Hello everyone and welcome to Lovella's Coloring. Thank you so much for stopping by. This video is going to be part 4 of my series where I am sharing all of my completed colorings. These are going to be my updated version of the completed coloring series that I did when I first started this channel back in 2019. In that series I had only 3 videos of completed coloring, so right now I'm up to my 4th, and I think I might have 2 or 3 more videos to do after this one. So we will see where we are after this one. I do want to apologize that it is taking me a while to push these out. The whole family has been sick this past week, except for my husband. So by the end of last week and this weekend, we've been trying to catch up on homework and stuff, and just trying to get better. And I'm still suffering from allergies on top of that. So I have my tissues ready and a cup of water. So hopefully I'll be okay sharing all of these books with you. I have another box with me full of coloring books, and the ones I'm going to be sharing in this video are the smaller sized books. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, so grab a drink, some snacks, or color as you watch. I just hope that you guys enjoy. So I'll be back in a second with my first coloring. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with these 2 cute colorings that I did from the Holiday Sprites collection by Mitzi Sato Wiouf. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but that is her name right over here. She's also known as Aurora Wings, which is the name of her Etsy shop where I purchased these PDF. And I wanted to show them now because they've been sitting with my small sized books and postcards, and I am planning to put them all in a small postcard book, but I haven't gotten one yet, and I wanted to make sure to share it because I'm scared that I'm going to forget about it when I share the rest of my PDF. So I'm going to share it right now. So here I'm going to go ahead and start with this cutie. So this one is called Trumpet Angel Sprite, and I colored this with Copic Chow, blended all with the marker, a little bit of white Posca, and then on the trims I did some stickles, and then on the bottom part is the Wink of Stella. You can see it kind of shimmering. And yeah, I think with these I decided to not do the background, just focus on the sprites. So here's the first one, and then here is the other cutie. I like her. The kids helped me pick out her hair color, and yeah, I love how shiny and glittery her garland is. Again, this one is colored with Copic Chow. Very fun picture to color, and then stickles and gold Posca for the stars, white Posca for the trim right over here too. I think out of the both, I think this is my favorite, probably because of all the glitters. But yeah, so these are my 2 colorings from the Holiday Sprites by Aurora Wings. So I have several colorings in the Enchanted Faces, Mermaids, Fairies, and Fantasy pocket-sized coloring book illustrated by Hannah Lynn. This is a book that I want to eventually complete, but not this year. I'm just continuously working a couple pages every month, and I'm going to do that until this book is complete. So the first page I have in here to share with you is the first one that I completed in this book back in 2017, I believe. That's when I first purchased it. Yeah, so I colored this page in with the Marco Raffine colored pencils. This page was colored in our van, sitting in front of my daughter's I think elementary school. We're just waiting for them to come out. So yeah, I did that all in the van. Not my favorite coloring. I think after this, I decided that it's going to be a no to color in here with just colored pencils. I'm just not happy with how it looks. It's just not my favorite. So then after this, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and try water-based marker. So I used the Crayola Super Tips colored pencils, and the skin was done with Crayola colored pencils. I do like how vibrant the watercolor or the Crayola Super Tips look, but still not as satisfied yet. And then I realized from some of the videos that I watched from other colorists, I believe it was Peter Hewitt, where she used alcohol markers and then pencils on top. So when I watched her using that technique, I decided that's what I'm going to be doing for all of my books that are Amazon printed or Create Space. So the rest of the colorings that you will see in this book are a base of markers and then pencils on top. So next one is this Alice page here. I colored this for Alice color along. The base was with Ohuhu brush markers and the Lemouche alcohol markers. The pencils I used in this page is called Cezanne 2, but that is kind of like an off-brand. I don't think it's even being sold now on Amazon. I use a lot of embellishments in here. I use Sakura Stardust, Flare glitter gel pen, and white Posca. So there's a little bit of glitter on her lips, on his hat, I think on the ruffles, but I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, really like this page. It's really, really cute. Next one is one that I did for Valentine's Day. The base is with Ohuhu brush markers, and I think I tried to blend make hair strands with the markers, but I also went in with pencils, which is the Tombow Erositen. I used several embellishments in here, which is the Pentel Sparkle Pop. You can see it on the frame, a little bit on her wings, Zig Wink of Stella for the little shimmering on the wings, Sakura Metallic, and then white Posca, and also some, I think it's a peach Posca for the clouds. Okay, the next page is one that I completed this month as a buddy color with the beautiful T of T's World of Adult Coloring. And so I forgot to write it down, but I believe I based this page with Ohuhu brush markers. The pencils that I used are the Castle Arts and the Castle Arts pastel tints. I have some white Posca, Sakura Glaze on the bee, see it, some stickles on the ruffles, there's glaze on her outfit, and then some, I think it's the Aeon Art glitter gel on the sunflower. But yeah, I like the color of her hair, it's really nice, and her eye makeup. Yeah, so that is my sunflower girl. I forgot what the actual title is, but here's my next one. I colored this for another color along where the woman in the picture has to have only the colors green, yellow, and purple. Skin colors is okay, and black and white was okay. So I think the only thing I would change with this coloring is the color of the background. Kind of blends in with her hair. But anyways, I based this page with both the Lemouche markers and the Ohuhu markers. I used the Black Widow colored pencils. I also used for embellishments Sakura Metallic, glossy accents on the shell and the pearls around her head, and then white Posca. Yeah. I like her eye makeup. And next is another one that I completed this month with the very beautiful Terilynn. And so this page, I based it with Ohuhu brush markers. I used both the Castle Arts and the Castle Arts pastel tints to color this page in. I used both the white Posca and the ivory Posca, or the dots all around her. This just makes me think of pollen and my allergies. But anyways, the gold metallic in the background is the Gansai Tambi Starry colors. I used 5 out of the 6. It's a watercolor set. For other embellishments, I also use Aeon Art Glitter Gel Pen. And was there anything else? I think that's it. And a metallic right over here on the eggs. For her hair, I was using white to blend the blues, but it kept going on the black, and at first I was erasing it, and then after it happening several times, I was like, forget it, I'm just gonna go over all of the black lines with the white and just blend it all out. So I really like it. I think it kind of like softens her, and I like that her skin color. I kind of just, yeah, very happy with this page. So yeah, so that is my fairy. And this one is my first page that I did in this book with both alcohol markers and pencils. So the background, the base is done with Lemmershey markers. The pencils that I used are the Faber-Castell Polychromos. And for embellishments, I use white Posca and the Uniball Signo Gold Metallic. I think there's some on the shell on her hair and her necklace. The next page is one that I did as a buddy color with the beautiful Emma of Emma Colors 2020. For this one, I used a base of Arteza and Ohuhu markers. The pencils that I use are the Derwent Pro Colors and the Castle Art Pastel tints. I also use Aeon Art Glitter Gel Pen. I was coloring it all on the black lines on the hair. White Posca around this ball. Yeah, it's very fun. A lot of fun coloring her hair in. Next is another buddy color with the lovely Terilynn. I love the pink hair. And so for this page was a base of Ohuhu and the Lemmershey. The pencils that I used are the Spiro Farben. And for embellishments, I used the white and gold gel pen, or not gel pen, Posca pen for her wings, and then for her heart, the clouds. You can see the gold there. And then on her hair and all the strands, I used the Aeon Art glitter, and also for the frame. Very cute. Then next coloring in here is this tiger. I think it's called Starfire. I think that's what it was. So this one was a base of Lemmershey markers. The pencils that I use are the Arteza Expert. I have for embellishments Sakura Metallic, Stickles. You can see a lot on her hair and her wings and the stars. And then I also used Pentel Sparkle Pop. I also used a lot of Posca, not only on the clouds, but on the fur here and on the chin, because I based this all orange. And then when I looked up a picture of a tiger, I realized that it was supposed to be like off-white fur right down here. So I used a lot of the beige, ivory, and white Posca to put that in. And yeah, so that is that page. Here's another coloring that I did for the yellow, green, and purple color along. I love the eye makeup that I did there. But yeah, I'm very happy with this page. This one was a base of Lemmershey and Ohuhu brush markers. I used the Black Widow colored pencils to color this page in. And then for embellishments, white Sakura Jelly Roll, Sakura Metallic, and then Stickles. The purple ones are the Stickles. Then I have a few more in here. This one was a buddy color with the lovely Terilynn, and very simple page. I like this color. So I did a base of Le Miche and Ohuhu brush markers. The pencils that I used were the Marco Raffine colored pencils and the pastel colored pencils. I also used Castle Art pastel tint. I think I used that for her skin. For Posca, I used the white for the clouds and gold for the star here too. And then you can see stickles on the star. And then on her hair, again, I used the glitter gel pen, but it's the Sakura Stardust. Very shimmery. Okay. I think this is the last one, yeah. And this was another body color with the very lovely Emma Colors 2020. So this one was a base of Ohuhu brush markers. I used the Castle Art and the pastel tints to color this page in. For embellishments, I used white Posca, Aeon Art glitter gel pen, and stickles. I think the stickles was only for the hearts, so right here and then on her hair. The rainbow hair was for a color along on Instagram. Yeah, love her rainbow hair. I'm very happy with how that turned out. And the shimmer with the glitter gel pens on the strands. So yeah, so that is my last coloring in the Enchanted Faces Pocket Size Coloring Book by Hannah Lynn. I have several colorings in the Coloring Calendar 2019 illustrated by Grazia Salvo. This is one that I want to complete this year. So I've been trying to do an illustration a month. I haven't done the one for April yet, so hopefully I can do that after doing this video. So the first coloring in here that I'll share is January, which is this one. And so this page was a base of Ohuhu brush markers. I used the Muñoz soft pastel for the whole background. And for pencils, I used the Faber-Castell Polychromos and the Black Widow colored pencils. I have a little bit of stickles for embellishment on her sleeve and then her earring, and then a little bit of white Posca. But yeah, love the sunset. So that is January. And for February, I don't know, when I saw this illustration, it just called for blue, monochromatic colors. So that's what I did. I did a base of Ohuhu markers. And for pencils, I used the Crayola colored pencils and just white Posca. And I think that's all it needed for this. So yeah, so this is my February page. March, I think, is my favorite so far. It's just like simple, no background needed, and it's just pretty. I think the illustration is just very pretty. So this one is a base again of Ohuhu, and then for pencils I used the Holbein Artist colored pencils. I did also use the Sakura White Jelly Roll to go around the flowers, the cherry blossoms. But yeah, very pretty. And then I have one more. Again, I did not start on April yet, so you'll see that hopefully either in my April completed colorings or in May. I did July, and this was done all with pencils and then Posca for the lines around the swirls around her. So I used both the Derwent Color Soft and the Spiro Farben colored pencils. Yeah, I think at first I wanted to use watercolors for this page to try it out, but it felt like the paper was disintegrating when I added water. You can see it here. It's just like it felt like the paper was getting thinner and thinner. So I decided to just just use all pencils. So yeah, so another sunset page or a sunrise, one or the other. So this one was for July, and that is the last coloring in the Coloring Calendar 2019 by Grazia Salvo. Next, I have the hashtag Colorlines Mandala Night. This is by the Sun Life Drawing, and I thought I would bring this one out now because I want to have the books together to share for my April completed colorings. So you might see the colorings again. So in this book, I used the Aeon Art glitter gel pens. And this one I just random picked colors by how it looked on the pen. Yeah, very pretty. Kind of reminds me of summer. And here, this time I think I picked the colors after swatching it. And then I write the numbers down, which one, from the Aeon Art glitter gel pen. This one I used one alcohol marker, which is the red, and then the rest are the glitter gel pen. And then on this one, instead of alcohol marker, I used the mild liner or mid liner, and then 3 gel pens. And then this one, I've been seeing everyone doing like random colors, so I did random generate a number to pick from my Tao Tree set. So I picked 3 different colors and then 1 color from the Aeon Art, and this is how it came out. And I'm very surprised because I wasn't sure when I saw what was picked, but really like how it looks. Very pretty. And then this one is another one that I completed this month. Again, I did a random generator, but I was picking out a color palette from one of my color palette books. They are numbered. I think the one that I was using was, there are 125 color palettes. So the one that I picked was number 93, and I used colors from Tao Tree and a Sakura metallic. I don't know if you can see the metallic color. It's the circle. So yeah, so those are my completed mandalas in the hashtag Colorlines Mandala Night by Sun Life Drawing. I have several colorings in the 100 Hugs by Chris Rydell. This is not a coloring book, it's an illustration book, but it is a lot of fun to color because there are so many cute illustrations, and you just have to be careful with the paper. Can't use markers because there are illustrations on both sides. So here are my colorings. So on this side, I colored it with Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. This one, so cute, I colored it with the Brute Funer. On this side, I colored this one also with the Brute Funer. And oh, here we go. The flamingos, I used the Derwent Color Soft. Yeah, hopefully I don't skip any. Here's another one done with the Brute Funer. There was a color along last year that had several pages picked out to color for the color along, but I was only able to do probably like a handful of them. But at least I was trying. But yeah, there's just so many stuff I wanted to color. I couldn't just keep continuing on these books. So next one is this ballerina with the soldier, also colored with the Brute Funer. So the Brute Funer brand that I have are the square barreled colored pencils, and I think I added some gel pen on this too, on her hair. So pretty. And then next, this one's actually a whip. I did not finish her dress, so I didn't get around to doing it. I can't remember what I used. So this one here, I did right. the Alice in Wonderland, I colored with the Caran d'Ache Luminance and some gold or Sakura Metallic. I think it's like the bronze color. I don't think I did it. Oh, her shoe is Sakura Glaze. Here's Pinocchio. And so this page was colored with the Prismacolor Premier. I do have a little bit of silver accents, probably a gel pen or a Posca pen. Sorry, I thought I tried to tag everything, but I think I forgot with this one because this was set aside for me to color. And I forgot to take out the tags from last year. So this one, I think I did this for Father's Day. This is done with Brute Funer. Did I have any more? Is that it? Sorry. So this one was done with the Caran d'Ache Pablos. I have Zig Wink of Stella on her wings and Sakura Stardust somewhere. But yeah. And I think that's it. So those are my colorings in the 100 Hugs by Chris Rydell. I have one coloring in the Disney Tsum Tsum. This is by Hachette Heroes. This book was given to me by the very lovely Nathalie, who also gifted me the Crayola pearlescent cream sticks that I used in the background, which is the red and the white. And I think I also used pink also. And yeah, I was trying it out, seeing if it was going to bleed through or anything. But yeah, I really like it. And then the gold is the Genzai Tambi Starry color. I think it's the blue gold. For the thin gold lines, I used the gold Posca. The white on Mickey is white Posca. Then I colored him in with the Faber-Castell Polychromos. So I think I mentioned it in my previous video, but you're going to see that a lot of the books I'm going to pull out to share with you will have like only one coloring, and it's because I do have a large collection. Plus I am hosting a color along called Color Your Hoard, which started in 2019, and I've been continuing it since then. But this year I am co-hosting it with T from T's World of Adult Coloring. Please check out her channel, because what she's doing for our color along is doing videos of herself coloring in her books that does not have any completed colorings. And so she does live speed coloring and color and chats. So yeah, please check out her channel and her videos. And again, yeah, you're going to see a lot of books with one coloring. So this one is Disney Tsum Tsum by Hachette Hero. Next is another book by Hachette, but it's called Loisir. I hope I said that correct. Sorry if I didn't. This is 50 Coloriage Mystère, another book that was given to me by the very lovely Nathalie. And I think I did the first page in here with colored pencils. I was trying it out, and I believe I used Castle Arts. I used Castle Arts in this book. I think I want to try maybe alcohol markers instead. I think now I have a variety of colors for alcohol markers. I'm going to try coloring this page because they are small, so it'll be fast to finish. So this is 50 Coloriage Mystère Art Therapy by Hachette Loisir. I have one more by Hachette Hero. This is Disney Love Stories, and the page I did in here is this one. So this one, I pasted with Leisure Art markers, and then I used the Farben to shade it all in, color it in. I have, for embellishment, at Uspica glitter pens, Univol Signo. I used white, silver, and gold. And I think that's all on the flowers. And then I think black acrylic paint for the background. So that is my completed coloring. And I'll just put it like this. I have to leave the tags of what I did because I forget what I use. I don't have a very good memory, so I make sure to just leave it just in case I'm going to redo these videos or these kinds of videos in a couple years. So this is my completed coloring in the Disney Love Stories by Hachette Hero. Next, I have a Japanese coloring book. It's a postcard book called Waltz for the Seasons, and this is by Kanako Egusa. Yeah, Waltz for the Seasons, and I have one completed coloring in here, which is this one. And for this page, I use Faber-Castell Aubric Dur and also Derwent Inktense. I used the Holbein Artist Colored Pencils, and then for accents, I think I just used Posca for right here, and I think that's it. Very cute page. So that is my completed coloring in Waltzes for the Seasons by Kanako Egusa. I have another Japanese coloring book called Sweets and Dishes. This is by Eri Nishiwaki, and I have one completed coloring in here, which I colored with the Holbein Artist Colored Pencils. And yeah, no embellishment, just all pencils. A lot of fun, very pretty. So that is my completed coloring in Sweets and Dishes by Eri Nishiwaki. Next one is a Korean coloring book. This is called The Sock Goblin, and it is by Manmul Song. Their Instagram is at MMSOVO if you want to check her out. So the page I colored in here is this one, which I colored all with pencils. I used the Marco Chroma, the pastel colors, and then also the Derwent Pro colors for the browns, reds, and greens. And I do have a little bit of Sakura Stardust here and on her dress and on the trim of her dress. Very cute book. So this is Sock Goblin by Manmul Song. My next book is Escape to Wonderland, a coloring book adventure illustrated by Good Wives and Warrior. And I have, the first page here done with Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. I think I did this while we were on vacation at my parents' house. And then next I did the next page, and this time I used the Faber-Castell Polychromos. Really took my time coloring these pages with pencils. It takes me forever to color, but I really love how it looks. So those are my colorings in the Escape to Wonderland by Good Wives and Warriors. My next one is a postcard book by Hannah Carlson. This is called Winter Dreams, and I did do one that I sent, and I might still have the picture, so I'll go ahead and put it up over here. So with that picture, I used Prismacolor Premier colored pencils to color it. The background, I believe, was done with the Gelato metallic. I also used white acrylic paint, probably to splatter it if I remember it correctly. And for other embellishments, I used Sakura metallic gel pen, pencil sparkle pop, Zig Wink of Stella. And next is this one. So for this page, or this card, what did I use? I think I wrote it down. Yeah. So for this one, I used Sakura Koi watercolor for the background. And then I used the cream sticks on top of it, trying to smooth it out. I used the Tombow Erosion tint to color this card, or the elk or reindeer in. Have glossy accent on the eye. For other embellishments, I also used Zig Wink of Stella, Uniball Signal Gold, and the Link Shine Glitter Gel. You probably can see there. Yeah, very cute. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that away. So those are my colorings in the Winter Dreams postcard book by Hannah Carlson. My next coloring is in Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls, Mermaids and More to Color pocket-sized coloring book, illustrated by Hannah Lynn. And I have one coloring in here. This will probably be my next book to complete after finishing the other one. So with this page, I used Lemon markers and Touch New markers that I had at the time. I don't have any more of them. I think I used them all. I also used Crayola Super Tips, Crayola colored pencils, Kuretake Gansai Tambi pearl colors, and white Posca, and then stickles on her hair. I did a video, I think, showing how I colored the hair using the Crayola Super Tips and Crayola crayons, and then I believe I showed how to color skin using a marker base and then Crayola colored pencils. If I remember, I'll try to put it up above on the top of the screen if you want to check that out. So this is my completed coloring from Hannah Lynn's Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls, Mermaids and More to Color. My next colorings are from the Tiny Little Horrors coloring book, and this is by the Glen Dent books. So I did a couple of pages in here as buddy colors with my friend Kel. So here's the first page. So this one, I based it with Ohuhu brush markers. I used the Colleen colored pencils to color on top. And then the embellishments are the Zig Wink of Stella. You can see the shimmer on her dress. Also Sakura Stardust, Sakura Glaze, and Distress ink for the background. And I think I basically used the same thing on this one. Same colors, or not same colors, same mediums. So yeah, it looked like they're looking at each other. So when I posted it on Instagram, I posted the picture like they were staring at each other. Yeah, so those are my colorings in the Tiny Little Horrors coloring book by Glen Dent Books. I have a couple colorings in the Fadorable Minis pocket-sized cute fantasy coloring book by Selena Fennick. And the first one is this pumpkin princess with the kitties. Sorry for the messy edges. When I posted this on Instagram, I kind of like framed it here. So I'll just go ahead and go up a little bit so you don't have to see the messy edges. So this is based with Lemon markers, and I used several pencils. I used the Prismacolor, Black Widow, and the Caran d'Ache Pablos. And then also white and gold gel pens as embellishments. And then one more page. I think it was my first gory looking page, which is this one. I colored this. The base was Limouché markers, and then the pencils I use on top is Faber-Castell Polychromos. And it says I also use Bic marking and Bic intensity. I think that might have been for the blood. And I use some white gel pen to make the brains and her face look like it's glistening. And yeah, so those are my 2 pages in Fadorable Minis by Selena Fennick. My next coloring is in Mini Inklings coloring book by Tanya Bond. My coloring in here is this one. For the girl, I based her with Limouché markers, and then I used the Faber-Castell Polychromos on top. The background is done with the Munoz soft pastel, and I think I drew in the bubbles with white Posca, which I think I also used on their fur. On her shirt, I used pink Posca for the line, and then silver Posca, and also white Posca. Very cute page. I love the little kitties. So that is my completed coloring in Mini Inklings coloring book by Tanya Bond. My next coloring is in Reptiloids coloring book, and I did this page right over here. I colored this page for another color along. I think it was by the Coloring Queen. She did a monochromatic sepia color along, so I colored this one. I used the Ohuhu brush markers and Brute Funer to shade it in, and then Sakura Metallic for some of the details. Very cute book. So this one is Reptiloids coloring book, and I forgot this is by Vassal Seiko or Seiko. My next coloring is in Portrait of the Mermaid. This is a pocket coloring book by Sarah Burier or Burier, and this is the page that I colored. And one of my first few portraits, I think. First time I tried doing 3 different hair colors for one, but I really like how it turned out. I wasn't sure if I did it right, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of burnishing with the Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. And I don't think I used any other or any kind of embellishment. It was just all pencils. Very cute. So this is my completed coloring in the Portrait of the Mermaid by Sarah Burier. My next coloring is in Macaron's sketchbook, coloring book. This is by Carla Magana, and the page I colored in is this one, which I based her off of, oh my gosh, I forgot what her name was, but the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy. But anyways, I looked at a picture of her, and there was a background that was like this, so that's what I did. I used soft pastels, the Munoz soft pastels, and then like squiggle out with the electric eraser, splattered white acrylic paint for the background. For her, I based her with Limouché markers, and I used both the Colleen colored pencils and the Faber-Castell Polychromos to color her in. For other embellishments, I used Sakura Stardust and white Posca and also the Sparkle Pop color. Sorry, see it? Yeah, so you can see the little symbols around her face that I drew in. So yeah, so that is my completed coloring here in Carla Magana's Macarons sketchbook. My next coloring is in Starry Night 1, A Magical Coloring Journey. This is illustrated by Wei Shan Ong. I did a page in here as a buddy color with my good friend Kelly, and he did a beautiful job with his page. So with this one, what I did was put a base of Ohuhu brush markers, and then I used the Caran d'Ache Pablos to color in. For embellishments, you can see I did white Posca, some Sakura metallic, I have some Sakura Stardust, and white Jelly Roll. But yeah, I can't remember why I colored the parrots blue, because the background is so blue, but I was hoping that their blue was bright enough to pop out. I think I might have watched like Rio sometime around that time that I colored this in. But yeah, still happy with this page. I think it's very pretty. The illustrations is already beautiful, so just adding color to it makes it very, very pretty. So that is my coloring in Starry Night 1 by Wei Shan Ong. I have a couple of colorings in Eerie Patisserie by Carla Magana. So the first coloring is this one with all the lollipops. So for this page, I use both the Lemiche alcohol markers and the Bic markers to color this page in. I think the Bic was just her hair. For pencils, I use Black Widow colored pencils. For embellishments, I use white Posca, Sakura Stardust, and then for the skulls, they are the Gansai Tambi Starry colors. Really love all that shimmer. So that is the first one in this book, and then the second one is this page, which I based with Ohuhu brush markers, and I used the Black Widow colored pencils to color this page in. For embellishments, I use Sakura Stardust and Sakura Metallic, Zig Wing of Stella on her hair. I also have some white Posca, and then the Stickles glitter gel on this portion, this little panel. Yeah, very pretty, pretty in purple. So those are my colorings in Eerie Patisserie by Carla Magana. Okay, so I have to end this part of my series of completed colorings, part 4. I did not realize that I am now coming up to about 15 minutes for this video, and I still have a little over half a box of small size coloring books to share. So I think I'm going to go ahead and share the rest of them in the next video, which will be part 5. And again, I apologize for not being consistent with pushing this series of videos out. Life has just been busy, and unexpected things like the whole family getting sick happens. But I am going to continue. I think now it's going to be 4 more videos for this series, but we'll see how much I ended up recording. And because I don't have a set schedule, there is a bell icon that you can press so that you can get a notification for when I upload a new video. So I also have a playlist for this series, so you can find that at the end of this video, and I will also have the link down below in the video description. So for all of the books I share in my videos, I do try to leave links for each of them if I can find them. I am also an Amazon affiliate, so if you use the links, I do get a little back from it, but you're not obligated to use them. I just like to use them for their really short links. But if you do use them, thank you so much. And yeah, so I will see you all in my next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of my completed colorings, and I thank you all so much for stopping by to watch. Please take care, keep safe, and happy colorings, my friends. Bye bye.